Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I have another layout using the Roundabout Studio Calico kit, and this time it's really a layout, not a haul. My last video I said layout at the beginning, but I meant to say haul. I did put in the script in the description that I meant to say haul. And I just took out, I want to do sort of a pink background page because I hadn't used pink in a while, or it felt like it had been quite a while anyway. So I'm going to take out some Mr. Huey Miss, and I'm going to spread out in sort of a diagonal, and then I'm going to take out some Glimmer Maze, which is a little deeper pink than the other pink, and then I'm going to take out the Calico White, so it's going to have 3 colors. And usually I do it at the end of the layout, but this time I just wanted to do it at the beginning, so it kind of would dictate where my where my photos were going to be and stuff. So then I can put that aside and let it dry, and while it's doing that, then I can start working on the layout. And I had cut down that photo for another layout, 4x4, and I didn't end up using it. So I want to use one of those Maggie Holmes from Crate Paper from the last collection. I can't remember what collection it was, but it was Maggie Holmes Crate Paper, and it's those fabric frames. I really love them. And I guess there's some new ones with the flea market collection, which I didn't get. That's the only thing I didn't get. So I'll have to make sure to get some of those because I love them. And then I'm going to use some of that flower pattern paper that I absolutely love. And I'm going to make a mat for that photo. And then I'm just going through my scraps and kind of, the pink paper underneath is kind of still wet. So I'm just building the background onto my blue mat, and then once I feel like I have a good base and that my pink cardstock is dried, I'm going to kind of start building it on my cardstock. So this is the 11th layout. I forgot to mention that in the last video how many layouts it was. This is the 11th one using the Roundabout June Studio Calico kit, and it took me an hour and 7 minutes. And I usually like to get about 20 pages out of a kit, and today is Thursday. I think we're the 4th. I'm not really sure. My iPhone is dead, so I don't know what day we are, but I know we're Thursday. When you work shift work, I'm happy to know that it's Thursday. And I never know what date it is. I have to look on my phone. So I walked away. I think I went downstairs for a bit to put a load of laundry or something on. And I don't bother stopping the video because the more uploads I have to do to my iMovie, the longer it takes to upload videos. So if I can avoid it, I do. So I'm going to pick some different colors of pink. And this picture... these pictures were taken in Quebec. We had gone to this lookout point, and you could see the mountains in behind us, and it was a beautiful spot. So we took quite a bit of, I feel like I'm going to sneeze, quite a bit of photos. And so I just wanted to, quite a bit of family photos, sorry, and I want to scrapbook that. And I'm still using those Vintage Bliss brads that we got in last month's kit. I think I have 6 left, so I'm doing good using them up, which at this point I didn't know if I want to use that or the brads, and the brads came in this month's kit, which hopefully at the end of this month I don't still have the full brads, the buttons, and then I don't have to bring them up to next month. Hopefully that doesn't happen. That seems to be always the way I keep bringing stuff forward and not use the stuff that is for the month. If it does happen, I'm just going to put them away in my stash and start fresh so that I can use the stuff that's in that month's kit, because I always seem to be working and bringing stuff from the last month. So I cut a doily in thirds, and I'm going to put it at the top right and the bottom left. And now I think I'm checking to see if that cardstock is finally dried, and it's not. And I figured, there's boys in the page, so I want to bring in some teal. So I'm going to use my dotted scallop punch and just a scrap of that teal cardstock that I had used in, I believe, my last page. I had used it. And I'm going to put 2 of them And I mean, that paper that mats the photo has some aqua or teal in it, so it's just going to help bring that in. And then I'm pretending that, it is my 12 by 12, and I'm going for that third cluster at the top left of the page. So I'm going to put a little bit of doily there, a scallop border. I know I want to put some washi tape and one of those brads. And I got my Stampin' Up! Order, and I got some of those, what are they called? Stretch ruffle trim, and there's 5 different colors, and that one there is Coastal Cabana, and I got all 5 colors. I absolutely love them. It comes in 10 yards in one roll, so I'm pretty sure before they're discontinued I'll probably have to order a second roll because I seem to be using them all the time. So I checked my cardstock and it's finally dried, so I'm going to move all my papers onto it, and I'm going to struggle and try to find the spot that I had them. And then I'm going to take a photo with I already did. I took a photo with my iPhone to make sure that I didn't forget how it all went. And now I'm going to look through my labels, and I'm looking for some aqua or teal labels. And I got those printed at Staples, and they're coated 2-sided prints, and they're glossy, cover 80 pounds. So I found a few circles and a few tabs. And I'm going to cut the circle in half and just kind of divide the circles between, all the different clusters. And nothing is, really neatly put. It's just kind of, I know I want it in that cluster there somewhere. So I just kind of work on the 3 clusters, trying to figure out how I want everything. I just make sure that there's one of each thing in each cluster. So if I put, a scallop in one, I put a scallop in the other, ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. And now I know I want to punch out some butterflies. I haven't put butterflies on a page in a long time. I take out my pale tomato ink and I'm like, what are you doing? You have the daubers. So I went and got the Hero Arts pale tomato dauber and the Tide Pool blue. And then I'm going to put that aside so that I can punch out some of the butterflies. And this is the Studio AE September stamp set. I'm part of the club and I get the stamp every month. And I'm going to ink it up and stamp it in the pale tomato, and then I'm going to use our circle punch and I'm going to punch it out. And I absolutely love Ali Edwards stamps. They're just so versatile, and she comes up with just the best stamps. And now I'm going to, there's another stamp in there that says love this, I believe, and I'm going to punch it out also, but I don't end up using, I didn't know which one I wanted to use, the Tide Pool blue one or the pink one, and I decided to use the pink one. And I'm going to use some twine. I haven't used twine in forever on one of my pages too, so I figured I'd pull that out again. So I ended up using quite a bit of the pre-made scraps that I had done up. So I'm hoping to get, another 8 or 9 pages, and then I can move on to the July kit. And I saw from one of my emails that my October Studio Calico kit they mailed it out. So I'd love to say that I'm done doing the June kit before it comes in. Usually comes in around between the 10th and the 14th. So today we're either the 3rd or the 4th. So I have 10 days or so or 6 days or so to get 9 pages done. I still have 2 more days off, so I'm hoping, I had quite a bit of running around to do. I had a few appointments and stuff, so I'm hoping that I can get a few more pages done before I go back to work. If I can just start feeling better. My goal for October is to get 20 pages done. That's my goal. I really want to try and get caught up. I have a few overtime shifts, but I still would like to get, caught up and get closer to the month that I have for Studio Calico. Either that or that I just can't cancel my membership for a few months so that I can get caught up. I'm going to try for a few more months to get caught up, and if I can't get any closer, then I'll just cancel it for a few months and then start it up again, or try something else maybe, and just so I can get them used up. So now I'm going to start gluing everything down using my quick dry adhesive. And I just kind of put a little bit of everything in each cluster, and I love using washi tape, and this washi tape couldn't have matched any better if I tried. I don't even know who makes this washi tape, but the pink matched perfectly. It looked like it was meant for these papers. And then I'm going to put that circle and then that little tab. I'm going to use some glue and I'm going to glue it down, and I kind of made the edge go over, and then I'm going to cut it off. And I had glue all over my hand, so I had to take a baby wipe and wipe that up. And now I'm looking for, that tab wasn't glued down. I'm going to be looking for my score tape. And I love that stuff. I don't find anything else works as well as a score tape to glue down ribbon. And you can get score tape pretty much everywhere. I've seen it at Custom Crop. Simon says that the one I'm going to be taking out is the 1/4 inch. And nothing else holds ribbon down the way score tape does. And you can cut it. It's sort of like that red tape, except you can cut it with your hands. You can just rip it off with your hands. You don't need scissors. So I really love that about it. And I use it all the time to glue down ribbon. That's the only thing I use to glue down ribbon, because anything else, ATG tape, wet glue, the ribbon comes off. With this stuff, the ribbon stays down. It doesn't move. And now I'm going to put some foam tape in behind the butterfly wings, just so that they look like they're in flight. And then I'm going to put some twine underneath them to, pretend they're flight. So I'm going to put that circle underneath the photo there, and it just says love this photo. I'm going to put some foam tape in behind that. And the foam tape, I bought it in a huge roll, and it is from 3M Scotch. And you can get it at Custom Crops, or I saw it at Scrapbooking Warehouse, and it was way cheaper. It was for $30. So if I ever need it again, which I ended up buying 2 rolls of it, so I shouldn't need it for a while, but I saw it at Scrapbooking Warehouse for $30. So I added a brad at the top left cluster and a word sticker, and it says wonderful. And I'm going to put a brad at the bottom, or right underneath the photo. And then I added a brad also at the top cluster near the top of the photos. And my battery had died, so I had to wait for it to charge up before I finished the layout. And I hate that, because when I'm in the mood to scrapbook, I just want to get it done. So this entire time that I was doing this layout, that song, We Are Family, was playing over and over in my head all the time. So I decided that it was a sign that the title had to be We Are Family. So that's just what the title is going to be. I used the stickers that we got in this month's kit, and then I used some October Afternoon Mini Market Sherbert stickers. And I'm going to put the title right there at the bottom cluster. And I really love putting my title with a cluster. It just kind of puts everything all together. And I really like that. Sorry, I got distracted. One of the kids came upstairs. So I'm just straightening out the title. And the page is almost done. I'm just going to add a few more word stickers. And this one says recorded. And the other one I'm going to choose. And these little stickers are from my mind's eye. And the other one says today. And then this is a free stamp set that Technique Tuesday gave to us for being members. And this word says fabulous. And I'm going to stamp it in the pale tomato. And the first try was a fail. So I'm just going to bring it closer to me because there was more than one layer. So I just realigned it. And that's the great thing about having clear stamps, is that you can align it nicely and restamp it. So I'm going to cut off the part that was hanging over. And I was wondering if I shouldn't put the other word that said awesome, but I decided against it. And now I'm going to work on the twine, and I'm going to cut 3 pieces. And I was wondering why it wasn't working very well. I took out the wrong this to that adhesive. This is not the dot adhesive. And I was wondering why I was struggling with it so much, but it was the full one, and it just wasn't working. And I didn't clue in that it was dark pink instead of pale pink. So I'm just going to glue those down. I mean, it still worked. It's just, it was sticking to my hands a whole lot more than with the dot adhesive. And that's it. I'm going to show you a few close-ups of the photo or of the page and a few still photos. And if you want to see real still photos, you can go to 2 Peas in a Bucket or Studio Calico. Look in the members gallery under Nicole Jones 911, and I upload all my layouts there. Or you can join me on my Facebook group, and I added the link in the description. And we share all our pages there and encourage each other to get our stuff into our albums and to use up our stash. So that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.